Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. You're very welcome to the programme. We're continuing here in Donegal, and we're actually at Donegal Bay, the harbour here, and at the old Abbey. And I'm going to take you up there. It's a fantastic scenery around here, so it is. So this is Donegal Friary, and it says Donegal Friary was founded for the Franciscan friars in 1474 by the first rate Hugh O'Donnell and his wife Nuala O'Brien. It survived until it was plundered by the English in 1588. Of course, that was the time of the Spanish Armada. And then it says 4 years later, they in turn were driven out by the second Red Hugh, who left Ireland shortly after the Battle of Kinsale in 1602. And the friars repaired the buildings. In 1601, during a siege of the Friary by English forces, commanded by the renegade Niall Gerb O'Donnell, gunpowder stores exploded and wrecked the building. The Friary was then granted to Sir Basil Brooke, who used the church for Protestant worship. Of course, he also resided in the Donegal Castle. And then it says the friars wandered from place to place after Brooke took over, but remained active. Between 1632 and 1636, four scholars led by Brother Michael O'Gleary compiled what has become one of the most important sources for the history of Ireland, the Annals of the Four Masters. All the buildings were arranged around a central cloister or courtyard, but the remains are very fragmentary. Some of the cloister arcade survives, but very little of the church. So this is Michael O'Gleary here, doing a bit of writing, as you can see. And you can see the Abbey, I think that is anyway, or else the castle in the background. So it says there, Abbey Graveyard. Now, a ruined Franciscan Friary. This is from the 15th century, as the board says, and it was built in 1474 on the orders of Gaelic Lord Hugh Roe O'Donnell, who was the ruler of Tyrconnell. Now, the abbey was used by the Irish rebel leadership and the envoys of the Spanish King Philip II of Spain during the 9 Years' War. So, big connection here with the 9 Years' War. And it also was the scene of fighting during the 1601 siege of Donegal, when a force led by Red Hugh O'Donnell attempted to capture the town from the Crown forces. And of course, it's been a ruin ever since. But this is a lovely evening at Donegal Bay. So, it's also the burial place of Hugh McManus O'Donnell, who died in 1600. Now, I don't really expect to find that grave, but who knows? We might, but I doubt it. But I will show you the abbey here. And maybe a few graves as we go along. There's a lot of flat slabs there. The Franciscan Friary of Donegal. Now, I did record here before, but it was on my old channel, which I no longer have, and so all the videos on that were deleted. So I wanted to come back and do this again. This here reminds me of Martin Luther, so it does. when Luther said, when he appeared before His Catholic Majesty, King Charles V, he says, "You'll have to excuse me," but he says, "I was not brought up in king's palaces, but in the seclusion of a cloister." There's a lot of flat slabs here, if you can see. There's also a famine graveyard in Donegal. I have never been to it now, so I would like to get to it if I could. So this is a minister here in memory of the Reverend William Houston of Donegal, Ballyshannon, died June 1st, 1831, aged... Oh, he didn't want to give us age, do you see that? In the 41st year of his ministry, and his wife also. And then it goes on. So that's a minister. Don't know if I'll be able to make this one out. 1900 anyway, I think. 1906 or something like that. I don't know. $1835 on that one. There's a funny stone there. A white stone, isn't it? In the middle of all those other stones. That one's 1819. Here is it. This monument was erected in memory of... Who's that? Young, somebody young. I think it's Alexander Young, Esquire. And he died 1819, 73 years. So I'll take you over and show you these two slabs here. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. Fantastic. Great to still have that. You're looking at a bit of history here, folks. As my good friend Tom McLean would say. So this one, you can see the coat of arms there. A couple of animals dancing. And it says here left, ye body of Captain, I think that's Charles Gallagher, who departed this life 10th year, 70th year, sorry, of his age. And he died in 1739. I think that is, yep. 1739. That's another one. So it is. And there's another one, but totally undecipherable, unfortunately. How you doing? How are you? Oh, it's a beautiful evening here. Beautiful, isn't it? You don't mind being on camera?
No, not at all.
Where are you from?
Oh, from here, yeah, Donegal.
Oh, you're from Donegal, are you?
Yeah.
You don't know where Red Shoe O'Donnell's grave is, do you?
I'm not sure, no.
No.
Not sure. I know the statue's over there, but
I've seen the statue.
yeah.
He's buried here somewhere, but
Yeah.
finding the grave could be...
Well, that's another story. It'd be hard to find it here, especially in the... I'm
Yeah.
not too sure, like, Was this like an old monastery?
This was a monastery, aye, back in the day. It was also used by uh, the Irish chieftains during the 9 Years' War,
Right.
and it was besieged as well by them with the British. They tried to take it from the Donegal town, you know. So big history here. So there is
There's a
massive history.
there's a lovely one we used to go to in Glendalough is nice as well.
I've heard of Glendalough. What is
Yeah,
that?
it's Wicklow.
Oh, Wicklow.
Wicklow is where St. Kevin's is. Where St. Kevin's used to be,
All right.
and very similar to this. Like you would have multiple monasteries, but then you'd have kind
Aye.
of one big cathedral. So it kind of has the remains of the
Yeah. Oh, it's
strong
amazing.
windows and
I
stuff.
mean, that's from 1476. 1476, I think it is.
Wow.
This monastery, like if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. I'm going to give you my card, and
Oh
then
yeah,
you can
please do. Yeah, yeah.
check this out, and you can see yourself then on. If I can get my wallet open, it's got
No
a
worries.
combination lock on
Oh yeah, well, look, you
it.
need.
So there you go.
That's great.
So
Thank
thank
you
you,
so
folks.
much.
So big thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thumbs
the
up.
interview. All the best now.
All the best.
So this monument was erected by Dr. J.M. Can't make the surname out, in memory of his wife, and she departed this life 12th day of April 1747, as you can see. No, 1717. No, 1747. I was right the first time. Age 39 years. Here's another one. This is Sarah Ray. Departed this life September 3rd, 1864. Actually, she was only 2 years old and 9 months. So she was. The bay is beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. And then you have the monastery as well. There's another one there. You missed it. So who's this? Here left the body of. I think that's Thomas Bell. Is it? I'm not sure. Andrew Hamilton, I think it is. He departed this life November 1764. 1764, age 49 years. That's another old one. The bay is absolutely beautiful. And they do boat tours here as well. So they do. There's some of the boulders that have been falling down. Hope none falls on me. So there you go, folks. What do you think about that? Isn't that amazing? So thanks for watching, and God bless.